Well, hello, and welcome back again to the party that never ends. It's the one show that is freeform talk by two fucking schmucks who have a semblance of a reasonable idea every once in a while, and then we bring it here, we bullshit for however long it takes, and we figure it out along the way. It's the adult table. Nothing's left off the table. Topic wise, genital wise, like get your whole taint and asshole on that thing. Let it pucker.
Just get it all buttered up.
Get it all puckered and buttered up. I, of course, am your intrepid host, Trav, brought to you, as always, with co-hostery from the incomparable, the impregnable, because, god damn it, you can't get through those cheeks. The vanilla gorilla himself, the one and only Mr. Joey Fats.
You're damn right, son. You're damn right. Nobody's penetrating these cheeks.
Indeed. And I know you worked today, but I'd like to extend a happy Labor Day to everybody that did have a long weekend.
I did not work today.
Oh, you didn't?
I got paid, but I did not work.
Oh, right. You just didn't. To you, it was just a Monday off.
Yes, I have. Well, my days off are Sunday, Monday. Those
Yeah.
are my built-in days off every week. So,
Well, you still had it, but yeah, to everyone that did have it off for working hard,
yes,
good on your
Let's
job
not-
for
let's-
having
let's
it.
Not, yeah, let's not take away from them. Happy Labor Day, everybody.
Yeah,
It
it's
is-
all we
it is
got,
the-
man.
It is the unofficial end of summer. I know summer doesn't end for another 20 days, but still,
Yeah.
like, oh,
It's
it
the bookend
sucks.
where Memorial Day is technically not the beginning of summer. It's June 21st, but
it's the unofficial beginning.
and now we're at the bookend,
Yeah.
and it is not at all depressing.
Yeah,
How-
no, it's definitely not depressing at all.
how
I'm definitely not
Fast
sitting
the
in my
passage
backyard
of time.
going, God, I really hate this 70-degree weather. It's so nice sitting here in shorts and a cutoff shirt and being completely comfortable.
Yeah, I haven't
I
had
really-
to put on my AC in my bedroom on for maybe a day or two last week where it was like warmer at
I
night.
still have the AC. The AC will stay in my bedroom until probably late October, just because I need it. Like, I need to sleep cold.
It's healthier for you in general.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that
you
makes
don't want to
sense.
be because you can always put on more blankets or whatever to stay warm. But yeah, to be overheated while trying to sleep, it'll fuck with your sleep. You're gonna be waking up all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not good for your your cycle for you to go through your resting period.
It's my menstrual cycle. God damn it! Don't
Uh,
fuck with it.
Joey's on his menses.
I got my menses.
He's menopausal. Actually, you're menopausal at this point. You shouldn't be getting that.
Am I that old? Fuck.
No, but but
Son of a bitch.
there are cases where some women have had it happen like earlier in life. It's not that common.
God
But
damn it! If I believe I can have a menstrual cycle, then I can. I believe that I can do it, so I do it. You bigot.
well, I mean there are certain people that believe that that's true, and they
Yes.
they really showed us.
And those people are usually the ones that end up shooting up schools.
Mhm.
You know.
That was my segue into the
yeah.
big news, the big headline. Like some people actually think that, and will stick it to the bigots, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And unfortunately it happened last week.
Once again, and it's the same customers every single time. You have just these unhinged lunatics going after white Christian kids and people in general. It's just like, how many more times are we going to watch this movie and pretend like, and have to pretend like, all right, like, no, like it's not trans people. It's not these non-binary, genderqueer people. It's just they're white radical maggots. They're MAGA people, and you're like, no.
It
Seems like every
sometimes
single time we
is,
end up with a
but
fucking mass shooting now. It's been the last I'd say like 8 or 9 of the last dozen and a half have been trans weirdos. Like,
I don't know the actual numbers on that. I think wasn't there the one guy who tried to blow up, or he blew himself up and like the van that he was in. I think that was like, it was like on a holiday, but it, like luckily
yeah.
like
Was that in Nashville?
yeah. Luckily it was
Yeah.
like pretty
Contained?
sparse of people. Yeah, it wasn't as big, and also the street just wasn't busy because of the holiday. It was like
Yeah, and it blew up at like 6 a.m. too, like before any like rush hour traffic or anything.
I want to say that guy might have been conservative, but I don't remember.
I don't think he was a conservative like you and I are conservative, but he was one of those like I think he was one of those like QAnon weirdos.
Well,
You know, like the Earth is flat. They didn't land on the moon. NASA shot the moon landing in a Hollywood studio. Like, you know, I think he was like one of those like Obama drinks like the blood of babies for the adrenochrome.
yeah, that whole that yeah. See, that's
the twin towers were actually wired with explosives. One of those people.
mm-hmm.
I was like, listen, I'm all for a good conspiracy theory,
but it has to be.
But it's got to be believable. Like, it's got to be like, damn, man, like, did the CIA actually kill JFK? Probably. I mean, we know for a fact now that they did. But yeah, like, it's got to be something like that. But we've known that for years.
That's been a theory since pretty much day one.
Yeah, but like this whole like, oh, they rigged the twin towers with explosives. I'm like, oh, god damn it, like, just stop. No, they didn't, dude. Like, I watched 2 planes flying 700 miles an hour hit them. I'm pretty sure. That's what did it.
Well, supposedly they were built for that, to withstand a commercial airliner hitting it.
Yeah, I mean, and supposedly the Titanic was supposed to be able to withstand an iceberg too, but
well, that was also human error. That was, yeah. The people running it, they were like, we just grazed it. They didn't know the full extent, and then by the time they did, a bunch of other safety systems failed to contain the flooding, and it was just that was it.
Yeah, she was a rat, but no, like if you watch like the videos of like the Trade Center, like the first one collapsing, like you can actually see like the building start to like buckle, like inward,
mm-hmm.
and like shit like popping off of it, like pieces like starting to come off of like the exterior, and you can actually see it bowing inward. And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't lend too much credence to it being, a controlled.
Yeah, that wasn't a controlled demolition. No, that was just that's just what happens when you suddenly ignite several thousand square feet of highly flammable shit.
Yeah, and the second tower that was hit second fell faster because it was hit lower, so there's more weight.
More weight
above it. It's going to come down faster.
Oh my god, it's like physics and science. And, believe the science, but not when it comes to 9/11.
Yes. But yeah,
when the Jews.
When it well, when it comes to the shooting,
yes.
It was
we got sidetracked.
Done by a transgender person who was a student there because it was they shot the mass that was like the opening mass to the beginning of the school year.
Yep.
Their mom apparently used to work there as well, or I think used to. I don't think still does. But they had a manifesto. They had several firearms with "Kill Trump" and a bunch of other leftist slogans written on them with like white paint. And he did it. And I gotta say, it's tragic. Obviously, I think 2 children died, unfortunately.
Yes, 2 kids. I think an 8 and a 7-year-old, or 8 and a 6-year-old.
Yeah, and that's absolutely abhorrent and terrible.
It's just like disgusting.
And several others injured. And of course, they took the cowardly way out.
As is tradition.
So we won't get any answers beyond what they left behind, and all of that has already been scrubbed, basically. As soon as that was made known public, like the identity and the fact that this person identified as being trans, the mainstream media dropped it. It was like, if it was a straight white guy,
this would be wall-to-wall news coverage.
We'd still be hearing about it right now, and more information be coming out. No, it's already, not really much of a talking point in the grand scheme of things, which is unfortunate. It shouldn't be lost on it. I do have to give props to whether it was the chief of police in the town there, or maybe the sheriff or some other branch of the local law enforcement. He did everyone a solid by straight up dead naming this guy and referring to not using their preferred pronouns and referring to him as he.
As Robin.
I think he called him Robert. He said he went by Robin, but basically without saying it on mic said, fuck that, Robert here.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not playing your fucking games. That's I think half the battle with these people is we really just need to stop playing their fucking games. Like I'm so sick and tired of being lectured by people and saying like, well, what does it matter? Just call them what they want to be fucking called. Like, what does it matter? It matters because you're giving in to a mentally ill person's wild fantasy.
Yeah, we don't
And
do that with schizophrenics.
yeah,
We
I don't
treat
right.
them.
I don't do that when when somebody's a schizophrenic and they tell me they have an imaginary friend or they have a friend or whatever. Like I don't sit there and be like, oh, how's whatever your fucking alter ego's doing today. Like, no, we don't do that. We're like, okay, we need to get you fucking help. And
Yeah.
obviously the whole transgender thing has been a complete, it's just been the lobby has been there now for a number of years, and it's just a cash cow, and they're just preying on young, impressionable, mentally ill children, because that's what any real like belief system or like anything that people want you to believe will die if children don't believe it, because it starts with the children. So if the children believe it when they're young, they'll go on believing it forever, or at least most of them will.
Yeah.
Some of them will grow up and wisen up, but you've got to corrupt the kids. Like that's the whole point, right? Is like,
and
so,
that's why the numbers have exponentially gone up. It's not like crazy, but I mean,
right,
it is crazy in the sense that
an unheard of thing when we were in high school.
I mean, it was spoken of, but it wasn't like
No. There was gays.
There were trans people. There were people that claimed this, but it wasn't nearly as pervasive. I mean,
I don't ever remember hearing about this until like maybe like 10 years ago.
I remember in like the 80s and the 90s. Sure. I mean,
I remember gays and cross-dressers and drag queens and like weirdo shit like that. But
the 80s fucking pop synth band Dead or Alive, they did You Spin Me Round and Round.
Yep.
You know the song? That guy came out and transitioned, had like this, had the surgeries done in like the late 80s, early 90s. Like, so it's been a thing. It's just, it was always, because back then it was still kind of like, taboo to be gay. Like,
right. It was always there.
Less
but like, I don't ever remember hearing about it. Like, I mean,
but now
it's
any
important element or any like wild. Yeah. Like maybe you're right. Maybe it was like, yeah, it was a thing. Like we all knew about it, but it wasn't like a mainstream thing, like you said, until recently.
Well, and that's because they are indoctrinating the kids. And, they'll say, oh, trans people have existed forever. And I say, yeah, so has mental illness.
Yeah.
For as long as humans have been around, we've had mental illness.
Pretty sure Caligula was not mentally well,
No. And, oh, shit, dude, the lead content in the water in Rome was fucking insane. Ridiculous. I mean, they chalked that up to why Caligula and Nero were so fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah. The age of Nero.
Mm-hmm.
Nero was a serious
hero. It's way more pervasive now because they've at least somewhat mitigated the stigma with it, and now it's like, oh, we should be able to talk about ourselves. And yes, I do agree with that. Doesn't mean it's not free of ridicule, and also how you and where you share that information and what your agenda is with it. If you're just talking about it, about your life's journey and blah, blah, blah to other adults, okay, but don't take it into an elementary school and be like, hey, kids, this is who I am, and you can be one too if you feel this way. And it's like...
The question shouldn't be, why can't the children read this? Why can't the children hear this? The question should be, why do you need an audience of children? Why do you require an audience of children?
Now, if they want it to be part of sex ed and just be like, okay, well, this is a thing and it exists and it's part of...
yeah, but it exists in such a small fraction of people. And this is where I think, obviously you and I...
how much of it is legit, too? And how much of it is...
It's because, well, you're right, because being trans is just... I think I know where you're going with this. Being trans, in my opinion, is just the new goth. It's a fad. Like, it's a fad that you grow out of once you get, like, into your senior high school.
Yes, because to the same degree, it's not a phase, Mom. Like with a goth kid or, somebody going through the rebellious...
It's not a phase, Mom. I love Jinko jeans. God,
they're going to come back in, like...
ICP in peace. Jesus.
They're going to come back in, like, 25 years.
Seriously. This chain wallet that goes to my dick and my nose is totally not a fad.
Yeah. I used to wear Jankos and a chain wallet. So.
Hey, listen, man, I have no problem with Jankos or chain wallets, but at the
Granted,
same
I
time.
didn't get like the exaggerate, like the super flare Jankos. Like they were baggy, but they weren't fucking. You could see my feet.
Yeah, like the ones that like the kids would like wear that were like all wet and gross because they were
Yeah,
dragging on the ground all the time, and you're
yeah,
like,
because I saw how those got, and I'm like, also I'm just probably gonna trip on that. Like,
yeah, and it doesn't look that comfortable and doesn't really seem like it's very functional either. But I digress.
no, I'll wear a pair of flare jeans, with a nice pair, like a pair of boots that looks good with them, like that.
Yeah,
But
of
they're
course.
not dragging on the ground.
Listen, man, I will. Listen, if you want to dress like Lenny Kravitz, by all means, do your thing. I mean, the guy
My
probably
dick pops out of my pants.
Yeah, the dude seems more strange than probably anybody in our era. But you know what I mean? Like, and all for kind of looking like, kind of effeminate and a homo, and that's, hey, good for him. Like, I mean, good for, like, you're well put together, man. Like, chicks dig that shit, I guess.
Work
I
for
wouldn't
Prince.
know. Yeah, like I wouldn't know. I don't know what chicks dig these days. I don't care. I don't have to, which is nice.
Yeah.
But my point is that like you said, like they want this to become like a part of pop culture, and it's like, no, man, like you could be gay and all this stuff, and like, but the fad era, the fad aspect of it, and I really feel like Reddit has accelerated that at like that portion of society. Like,
In social
we
media in
never-
general, but Reddit in particular, they spread everything that's bad. Like,
they really do, dude. I feel like if Reddit disappeared tomorrow, and don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Reddit for a lot of things. Like, if I'm having a computer issue that I need to fix, 9 out of 10 times it's probably a Reddit thread on it.
yeah, yeah, it has its purpose. It's just it's
yeah,
infected
And
by
it's
some of the
awesome
worst
for
people on the
free
internet.
pornography. I mean, that's pretty much its number one use, in my opinion. Because, man, if there is a niche, you can find it. It is fascinating. That's how I discovered Ambi Bambi, as we were talking about before the show. I found her on Reddit, and now I am a tremendous fan. But nonetheless,
Great work.
yeah, that's excellent work. She's such a slut. Some say the biggest. But no,
Great American whore. We love her.
Great American. She actually does rock. She is a MAGA chick, dude. She
Shit! Now I definitely have to.
Yeah,
look this up.
she's got the hat on in a couple of her Instagram pictures. So I was like, fuck yeah. And I was like,
Okay.
nice. I was like,
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. I am. looking
Ambi
up-
Bambi, baby. But no, like between her and Rochelle Ryan and what's her name, the ultimate MILF there. Oh my God.
Lisa Ann.
Nope, not Lisa Ann, the other one. Oh my God, dude, what the hell is her name? This is
Oh
gonna
wow,
piss me
yeah,
off.
she's cute.
Yeah, I told you, right?
Yeah, and there's her wearing a mag. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a few with her wearing MAGA hats.
Let's see. What was her name? God damn it. Brandy Love.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Brandy Love. Classic MILF. Brandy Love. So they're all MAGA people though. Rochelle Ryan, Brandy Love, and now add Ambi Bambi to the checklist. So it's pretty dope.
Well, she definitely looks the part in terms of like, well, that's just a classic American blonde beauty. Like,
Yeah, kind of light in the rack, little heavy in the back.
which
not
I
too
mean,
heavy,
even
but-
if she had huge tits, I don't care. Like that, like, all right, she's a blonde chick.
Right, don't get me wrong. I am a tremendous fan of massive Milkies, but it may or may not be my Wi-Fi network name at my house. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But don't judge me.
Yeah.
But no. But my point is, so Reddit, I feel like, has really accelerated the transgender fad amongst kids, because these kids will flock to Reddit, because obviously, like, when you're a young impressionable kid and you're going through some shit and you're probably, and not to sound like, and not to sound like it's like I'm like disparaging, but you're probably on the spectrum somewhere, and that's fine if you are. It's not a big deal. I mean, I probably am too. My ability to recall names, dates, times, and places is a little fucking weird to people. But if you're one of those people that's easily impressionable, and you want to hear what you want to hear, Reddit is a fantastic place to go and live in an echo chamber.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
That's all it is.
I mean, with the exception of like the helpful subreddits and stuff, but even then, there's fucking people.
Yeah,
that
sure.
can
Like if
twist
I
it
want to
into
go, if I like the do-it-yourself or the woodworking subreddits are fucking awesome. But if I want to learn how
yeah.
to build a wood house out of pine, I mean, I can pretty much just reference my own brain back to Mr. Butler's class and say,
Mhm.
I know how to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
I also think that the problem with Reddit too is the overwhelming percentage of moderators are far left leaning.
Oh my God, they're left of Lenin, dude. It's not even
crazy people. So
yeah, they're not.
If you do have like an
mentally
opposing
stable.
opinion or even a fact to throw down, it'll get eviscerated and then deleted.
You'll be downvoted into oblivion and then deleted.
Yeah.
And,
Within
and
probably an hour, if not less, depending on
without a doubt, dude. It's
depending
so,
on how
it's-
many
it's
people
so
see it
pathetic.
and get pissed.
It's so pathetic. But again, that's the whole problem, right? Is these kids live in this online echo chamber, and they're being told that everybody around you is wrong, and that their lives are shit because they're all, conformist neo-Nazis just racing to their graves, paycheck to paycheck, man. And for you to be truly happy, you really just need to chop off your dick or tits and become the other gender because that's what you were born to be, man.
Yeah, and the only thing we have to prove this is trust me, bro.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Here's maybe some links to some articles that are complete horseshit.
All bought and paid for, which I find hilarious that people still think that like articles that are written by like experts are legit. Like, no.
Yeah, their counter is always like, well, you just, because I say, no, it's basic biology and you guys don't have a grasp on it whatsoever. And they're like, oh, well, you clearly don't know anything about advanced biology because this is like beyond. I'm like, no, it's still biology. Like, it's basic biology to understand that there is a man and a woman, genders, sex. I think they're one and the same. But
they are. Everybody tries to be like, well, gender is fluid and whatever. Blah, blah,
no,
blah.
it's not. That's what you already lost me and everyone else.
Sexuality, your sexual preference, like you like dudes, you like chicks, you like both, whatever. Hey, that's cool.
I can see that being quote unquote fluid because it can flow if you're on that kind of wavelength of like, I can
but
just.
My penis doesn't suddenly like start to be like, oh, I feel like a vagina today. Oh, like I'm inverting.
Yeah.
No.
And if I want to fuck somebody in the ass, hey, guess what? There's a vagina with one as a next door neighbor.
Listen, if I get a little wiggle in my pants when I watch a Tupac video, then maybe I'm swinging for the other team. You know what I mean? And that's cool. Whatever. Like that's your thing. That's your thing, man. Like go off, Queen.
Fucking Terry Crews and Friday After Next. Damn, Tupac, you fine.
Tupac. Fine motherfucker. But like, yeah, like if or if I follow Ambi Bambi and I all of a sudden I find myself, jacking it 3 times a day, whatever. Like that's fine. Like your sexual preference is so fucking nobody fucking cares anymore. Like that shit went out with brick phones and beepers, dude. Like
as long as it's not kids, I don't care what you want.
Nobody could give 2 fucks about what your sexual preference, whether you're gay, straight, lesbian, whatever. Like you
furry, a fucking.
But the
poly person.
The second you try to come up to me as a grown ass fucking man and try to demand that, like, my name's Aaron, and you're like, no, sir, it is not. This is a clitoris, sir. That is a penis.
Yeah,
and a sizable one at that. And you're a fucking bigot. And I'm like, well, you're a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know what to do, but I'm not entertaining this conversation anymore. Get the fuck out of my face.
Well, you're a retard.
God forbid I fucking catch you fucking talking to a fucking, 11-year-old or 12-year-old. Like,
and that same guy will also be putting themselves out there on dating apps and saying, trans woman only want to date biological females.
It's like, so you're a dude that likes chicks but wants to be a chick? That just seems like you're a dude with extra steps.
Being straight, with that extra steps.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And same for the inverse. It's it's so bizarre. And then like, no, I'm a pregnant man. It's like, no, you're not. The fact that you still have a functioning uterus and vagina, like
the fact that sentence just came out of your mouth tells me everything I need to know about
just because you chopped your tits off and started taking some testosterone, so you have like a really weak mustache, doesn't mean you're a man.
Nice pencil thin mustache, Adolf.
Yeah.
It's like if Adolf Hitler did porn in the 80s, that would be you.
Yeah, dude, dude, that's fucking Ellen Page.
Yeah, right, exactly. And you know what sucks? Like she was kind of cute when she was a chick.
Yeah, no.
You know, like she was actually like fairly like she wasn't like hot, but she was cute.
No,
And then
definitely
she just went and
attractive.
like
Like,
and then she went and just did all this stuff, and I'm just like, ew.
and
Like,
they
why?
and he
Why would
just
you
look
do that?
well, and she just looks so sick and sad. Like, she doesn't look healthy.
And angry.
Like, very gaunt. I mean, she was never like a big girl. She was always petite, but like
Very tiny.
now her face is sunken in. Like her cheekbones are more visible. Like,
Yeah.
but not in a healthy way. It's like, oh,
And
and
it's
it's like,
oh,
oh yeah, he's got abs. Like, okay, but she already did when she was younger too. She was pretty shredded ab wise.
I mean, it doesn't take much to look shredded when you weigh 110 pounds.
Yeah.
And you're like 0.05% body fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just naturally or whatever, like, or you have an eating disorder probably because you're in Hollywood. So, you know, but Hollywood people they're like a one-off. I don't take Hollywood people seriously ever for anything because they're actors. It's what they do for a living. They play a part. So to think that somebody who plays a part for a living can be authentic, or to find one that is authentic is, to me, it's very far and few between, and almost equal parts unbelievable. Like, I feel like very few Hollywood actors are actually the way that they portray themselves to be off the screen. You know what I mean? Like, obviously on the screen they're playing a part, but I feel like even off
I know
the
what you
screen,
mean
they're
in
still
the
playing a
media.
part.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're still, every time there's a camera around, they switch that, they hit that switch, and they're acting, they're in a mode.
They have to, but now cameras are everywhere, and this is where all these
And like the real ones, like Keanu
incidents
Reeves
are
or like
popping
a
up
Chris
more.
Pratt, you know, the ones that don't buy into the Hollywood, you know, the Hollywood tagline of "I support the current thing."
Yeah, Pratt is vocal about his faith and
His faith in his politics.
his politics, but he's not beating anyone over the head with it.
Well, no, because he's not a liberal. That's what liberals do. Like, liberals just need to browbeat you into oblivion.
And Reeves, for all I know, he could be liberal, but he never talks about it, and just everything you hear about him, he's like the nicest guy.
He's the nicest guy. He like rides the bus, like just
he gives his seat up to an old lady on the bus, and he's just
he just seems like a pretty down to earth, cool guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I have no idea. I don't know him. I mean, based on this, you know, infatuation with firearms and guns and training, I'm sure we would probably get along, or at least, the very least, have something to talk about.
Yeah,
you know. And so I'm sure we would be like, you know, hey man, cool, yeah, cool, all right, cool. I'm not saying I'm going to go out to fucking have, you know, hang out with him every week and, you know, have beers with him and shit, but maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe he's the fucking funniest dude ever. I have no idea. My point is, at least the way he portrays himself, it seems to be authentic. And some people seem to be authentic. But then you get the ones that, you know, that they're just, there's a camera in front of them and they're smiling and they're giving you the thumbs up and they're telling you whatever it is they think that the cameras want to hear and whatever's going to get them more clicks, likes, and all this bullshit. Like, you know, those people are just, they're frauds. So I don't take anything what anyone in Hollywood says with anything but a grain of salt, really.
Yeah.
But that being said, though, they're constantly pushing these niche issues on us, right? Like, you know, you remember George? You know, we all remember the infamous South Park episode with George Clooney's acceptance speech at the Oscars, and he was like, you know, and you know, we were talking about AIDS way before anybody else, and like, you know, how like smug and self-righteous they are, and like they just think they look at the world from their ivory tower, and they think they have all the answers, and that like we little peons out here need to listen to them. I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. Like, absolutely not. It's like whenever like LeBron James says something like about politics or society, I'm like, dude, listen, bro, I'm not gonna say like don't, like, I'm not one of those shut up and dribble people, but also like I'm not getting my life or political advice from a guy who got a participation trophy from his high school. You know what I mean? Like, you went to high school, you balled out, and everybody knew. No one gave a shit. You didn't give a shit if you passed or not. You knew you were going to the NBA, and you did at 18 years old. Okay, like I'm sure you took, you know, high school really seriously, and I'm sure you learned a lot more, you know, by being in the NBA and playing basketball for a living than I did in, you know, 8 years of college or whatever it is I went, you know, attended cumulatively, of course. You know, but like, just shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't need to hear your opinions on policing. Like, I don't need to hear your opinions on politics. I think most of your opinions suck. And you know, I guess that's what they say, don't meet your heroes or whatever. But anyway, my point is that they're always peddling something. Everybody's always pushing something. There's always an agenda. There's always something behind it. And it really, really, really annoys the fuck out of me when we have to sit here and pretend that somebody like an Ellen Page or a LeBron James or whatever has a valid point simply because of their stature in society.
Yeah, no, those are all valid points.
I was very long-winded and boring.
No, that was good. My buddy Greg says what's up. In regards to you, he said, "Yo, this guy fucks for real, for real."
Fuck yeah, bro.
And you said LeBron James can in regards to what you were saying. He can get away with it, I guess.
well, he can get away with it because he's been given a golden ticket. He's been given a pass. Like, the media will let him say whatever he wants, and no one will question him on it, and no one will press him. And that's what I think really pisses me off about the media today, is when we get a situation like this, right? You know, nobody, like, you know, you have all these transgender activists, right? Like all these people in Hollywood and the media. Why isn't anyone going to them at the red carpet and being like, hey, so, you know, 10 out of the last 12, you know, mass shooters in this country all happen to have, you know, be gender fluid or gender queer or, you know, transgender, whatever the fuck idiot name label you want to put on it.
Yeah, whatever the shit du jour is today.
And they'll be like, well, you know, guns are bad and like we should really get rid of guns. And you're like, yeah, okay, like we understand that's what that's what you want or you think would be for the best, but like that's not gonna happen. So why are transgender people committing the most mass murder in this country per capita now? And they'll be like, well, that's not fair to label all transgender people as mass murderers just because one person does. Okay, but like you want to ban all guns when one crazy person goes and turns a gun on people.
Well, not when it's a transgender person. Not when it's somebody. Not when it's a marginalized person.
Right.
Then they're like, oh, they say absolutely nothing about it.
Well, no, because their socioeconomic background, sir, is what caused them to do it. You're like, got it. Okay. Yeah, so it has nothing to do with the fact that they were on Reddit for the last 5 years and they've been taking, you know, puberty blockers or whatever, and since they were 14 and transitioning from a male to a female. Because any man that wants to be a girl, automatic red flag. I can see being a female and being like, I wish I was a man, because men are bigger, stronger, faster, more physically capable than females. So I can like kind of see that part. Like, all right, like
we got cocks and balls. They're great.
Yeah, we got dicks to swing around. It's fucking awesome. We can pee standing up. We can pee wherever we want. We can pee in little bottles on the road. You know, it's nice. Mm-hmm. It definitely has its fucking benefits. But I could almost see I almost can see like a female wanting to be a male, but a male wanting to be a female to me is like that's a huge red flag in my opinion. It was almost like, because now you just sound gay, but you're like trying to like make it more complicated than it needs to be.
It's also for some reason to me more gross. Mucking up the waters here, dude. I mean, they're both gross, but to me that's like gross. Like
the
it's
only
like
male that
ew, a man wants to do
was that I would definitely cop a BJ from is Blair White. I'm just saying. But that's like the Mona Lisa of dudes becoming a chick. You know what I mean? You ever seen Blair White?
I think so. The only one that's recent I can think of is Hunter Schaefer.
Blair White's like she's a big MAGA supporter, big Second Amendment person. Like she, but like not for nothing. Like if Blair White, I don't think
I want my image search of Ambi Bambi to go away though. Like. That's
well, just open up another tab, dude. Come on. I got let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40.
Okay.
I have 42 tabs open right now.
That was a man? Well, that's a man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they paid an exceptional amount of money to turn out the way they.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not the Indianapolis Colts wide receiver, right? Not that Blair White.
No, that's no. That's different Blair White. No, Blair White. That Blair White.
Not this guy.
That's a dude. I mean, that's a dude. Looks like a lady. Like you know what I mean? Like you go to Philippines, you don't get lady boys that look that good.
I
You know?
gotta say, just on the glance at it, it's at the pictures. Yeah, I mean, because the amount of work done.
Oh,
That
the amount of
is-
work done is insane, and I'm sure it probably doesn't look fantastic at first thing in the morning. It's probably a little bit rough around the edges, but
Yeah, and who knows how committed they are to the bit of like maintaining a feminine voice the whole time and tone. Like,
yeah. It's like, oh hey, how are you doing? It's like, cool, you get behind closed doors, like, all right, big boy, drop those pants. Whoa, what the fuck?
oh no, I want you to fuck my pussy.
I want you to stuff it in my bagussy.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta dilate it.
Yeah, hold up. I know,
Clean the shit out of it.
Yeah, hold on. I don't want it to stink too bad. It is just rotting flesh.
And see,
after all.
they're an anomaly. They do
But
exist.
yeah, exactly. That's an anomaly, right? That's a 1 in a trillion. That's a unicorn.
In terms of like not only looking that like convincing, just at glance, but also they're conservative as well.
Yeah, and very pro Second Amendment, which is awesome. I'm like, oh shit.
I'd have a beer with a guy, be staring at his tits the whole time. But
I mean,
yeah, right.
I would.
It's a guy. It's a guy.
And be like, you have a couple of beers with it, and you're like, you know what, Mr. White, I can't lie. I have been thinking a lot about what that mouth do. I can't help it. I mean, I see your tits and your face, and it's all checking the boxes here. I don't care if you have a dick. What are we doing here?
Yeah, if you had said just the name and said look her up, and I did.
Yeah, you would think she was a
just
chick.
first glance. Maybe even if I watch a video, I'd be like, oh, it's okay, she's cool, and then you'd be like, yeah,
she's a dude. So
I'd be like, they pulled a fast one on old Trav, I guess.
Yeah. You gotta get
God damn it!
early in the morning to get.
I can't help but feel a little bit gay right now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just But again, we know that was an anomaly. But to the point, like the greater point here is like we don't. If Blair White says I'm a girl, I'm not going to question it at first. Now, if I start talking to it and hanging out with it a little bit, I might be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Greg is right. He said, nah, she's a dude. Which fundamentally, yes, and biologically, yes. It's just, it's a convincing amount of work they've had done.
Right.
That much I can say.
And I can't imagine that was cheap. And that's probably why most, men who go to be a female. But he was probably a pretty effeminate man to begin with. You know what I mean?
would have to think so, because it's easier for
he was probably
them to already look.
In the gay community, he would be considered a twink.
Well, it looks like he's Asian, so I mean that immediately helps.
Asian twinks are the best twinks. So, I mean, not that I know.
So I'm told.
Or anything, but yeah, I've heard that from people who
people who frequent Bangkok.
Yes, the lady boys. But no, I don't know. Like, I'm just so like, I don't want to have to sit here, and I don't. Like, my line of work, we have a lot of mentally ill people, and the increase in incarcerated men. I got to be careful how I say this and what I say, but the percentage of incarcerated men becoming women
After the fact,
after they're incarcerated is alarming. The percentage has gone up, I mean, exponentially every year.
Because there had been a few that had gone to prison as trans women. But yes, like you said,
But
there's
no,
been
I'm saying the ones that came in as dudes. I mean, so
and never said anything about being trans before then either.
I can't say its name because I can't disclose names and individuals. But this one individual, it is a straight out of South Park figurine. Like it is a man with I would say its penis is 11, 12 inches flaccid.
Good God.
It is a hammer of the gods. And it has like quadruple double D titties. Like, remember the
paid for
the
titties?
Washington the Kickstarter episode with the Washington Redskins
Yes.
and they do the DP thing, and it's just like, and it's the dude, it's the one
Yeah.
with the stick figure with the huge tits and the dick.
Yeah.
That's pretty much exactly what it looks like. Like,
So those are fake breasts?
oh yeah, all on our dime, all on our tax-paying dime.
And that's, I mean, besides them being a threat to biological women while incarcerated, which is number one, really.
Well, in
Number
Massachusetts,
two,
if you are a biological male, you must be housed in a male prison. You cannot go. We have one female prison in the state, and that's Framingham. You cannot, biological male cannot be housed there.
shit.
So anybody who
yeah.
says otherwise is lying to you or misinformed.
Well, that's good, and I wouldn't have expected that out of Massachusetts, to be honest.
Well,
because
you
of how
say
liberal
that
we are.
until you realize the lawsuits that can result in a female, incarcerated female getting pregnant or raped.
Yeah,
or
neither
both.
the state nor the privately run prison facilities want to foot that bill.
No, that is going to be that's going to be a doozy, you know.
But they, and by proxy, by way of us paying taxes, we should not be paying for them to be getting these basically elective cosmetic surgeries done.
Trav, my facility has the only electrolysis in the state for the DOC. It costs roughly $6,000 for treatment
For one
and that's
person.
not for the electrolysis.
This is
and we
hair
have-
removal, to be clear.
Yes, we get it, and we have inmates who get it on the regular once a month. And that's not including the detail for the overtime. So you got to pay you have to hire an extra officer to cover the detail for security. So there's overtime, transportation, which usually ends up being overtime as well. So you're looking at probably, I'd say, anywhere from 2 to 5 additional security personnel on overtime, which, you know, I mean, you can look up how much I make. It's all public information. But me as a lower level earner, as a base CO, I'm making over $1 a minute on overtime. So you can do the math on how much it costs to hire 5 people to facilitate that one electrolysis detail.
And why are they allowed to get like, maybe some of them actually do for some reason, but
well, you can thank Liz Warren, Ayanna Presley,
like,
Ed
why is that
Markey.
like that's like a spa treatment sort of thing? Like, why are they getting it on our guys?
Because their lawyers made a compelling case to the state, and the state said, you know what? You're right. We should give these people all that they need.
Are they getting Botox too? Like, what the fuck?
Not yet, but that's coming. That's coming for sure. It's coming. I mean, breast augmentation surgery, breast females can, I believe, or can get breast removed. There's a lot of hoops to jump through, but eventually, if they push the issue enough, the state will cover the cost for all these surgeries, these elective surgeries, if you will.
And meanwhile, we got, regular people who aren't convicted felons and criminals that need actual, like, non-elective surgery, necessary surgeries,
right,
and procedures done that wait forever and have to pay out the ass if they don't have good health insurance. Even with good health insurance, you're still fucked to a degree, but it's nuts. And the waiting time, I mean, God forbid you need a vital organ transplant. Good luck.
Right. Yeah, no. So yeah. Oh no. That's deny and hope you die, bro. You know, I mean, that's the socialist way of doing it.
Unless you're doing it the long
America,
game
if
way.
you have the money, you can afford to do it. If you in America, if you can afford to do it, you can get it done.
Yes.
But with these people that, like, it's all the people that they want the what was I going to say? The universal health care. They want universal. Everybody should be entitled to health care, and you're like, and then you go and you hear the stories about, like, people like who had their private health care, and then when Obamacare was put in, they were like, oh no, you lost your private health care. You need government funded health care, and they're like, okay, how much is that going to cost? Oh, well, you were paying $280 a month. Now it's going to cost you $2,800 a month. Wait, hold on, what? So you hear the nightmare stories about that, and they're like, well, you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's the way that works, actually.
Exactly.
But no, at this point, the way this state is run and everything else, and I could do a whole fucking episode about this, but I won't because I'll tell you what though, the day I retire, oh baby, I've got a running Word document on my PC that I keep track of all the shit that goes on at work, funny stories, hilariousness, all that shit. I will have enough to make several movies, a TV show, books, whatever. I got a lot of material.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Once you can divulge this information.
Yes, and I mean, I don't know if legally I'm still on the hook where I can't divulge names after I retire because I think, but I don't know. I'll figure all that out because not that the real names matter anyway. You could look all these people up. I mean, I could tell you who to look up and whatever.
Right.
Just but I wouldn't put it out on the public airwaves like this because that
Yeah,
would
yeah,
open
yeah.
me up to getting my PP slapped. But
Of course. Greg said $10,000 or less. You don't have to pay. This is true in terms of.
right, for
believe
like medical shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess one of the loopholes, and one of my guy I worked with told me this. He's like, if you go to the ER and you get seen and treated, and they'll send you the bill, you don't have to pay it. You just don't have to pay it. And he's like, and it can't hit, and they can't ding your credit for it either, because it's deemed like life saving or whatever. But yeah, if you go through the ER and you wait. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. You got to sit there and do all that shit. But like me, I go, so if I go to the walk-in and I make an appointment and I don't have insurance, I got to pay out of pocket, right, to go to the walk-in or whatever. It might only take me an hour or two to get through there, whereas it takes me 5 or 6 hours to get in the ER because you're non-priority. But if you go to the ER, they can't hit you, can't touch you.
When I broke my ankle, I went to the ER.
Yep.
But
and
also
when they send you the bill, just burn it. Be like, ha, thanks for the treatment.
Well, I did have decent health insurance then too. So I ended up paying that. That actually didn't even cost me that much, that visit. What did was having the surgery, but even then, that surgery was like the total cost was like $15,000. I paid like $1,200.
Oh yeah. No, insurance. I mean, listen, I one thing I will say about, my state job that I love is that my insurance is fantastic. I've had a myriad of different issues over the last couple of years that I've been able to get fixed quickly and efficiently and fairly cost efficiently. So like I've told you, I think you know this, or we might have talked about it. I have a herniated disc in my neck.
Yeah.
And right now it's good. Like I've been pain-free now for a couple of months, I'd say probably about a month and a half, 2 months now. I've been absolutely pain-free. My motions come back, like my range of motions come back to my right arm. My right arm was dead from basically the end beginning of January until a couple of weeks ago, months ago, maybe like 2 months, maybe like a month and a half ago. A month ago, it was dead, which is why I haven't benched. I haven't been able to bench because I can't. My right arm didn't move.
Yeah.
I couldn't lock anything out. My right tricep wasn't functioning. It just stop me if I've told you this before, but I went to throw a dart at my dartboard back in, I want to say, late January. I got like tingling and numbness in my hand, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
and I went to throw a dart at my dartboard, which I'm a pretty proficient dart player. And I missed the dartboard by about 8 inches to the bottom. Like the dart didn't go. I shot below the board. I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I ended up in physical therapy, get MRI done, whatever. Anyway, long story short, I have a herniated disc. It's pushing on my spinal column, and it's definitely what's affecting my right arm's mobility. All that to say, like I was doing physical therapy, seeing my chiropractor, going to like different visits with different specialists, MRIs, all that. Out of pocket, I think I've probably paid maybe $500.
Yeah.
For all that, you know what I mean? So when you break it down with what you're covered in and what you're paying for, it's really not that bad when you have private.
As long as you have a good plan, it's yes.
Yeah. And I mean, half the reason I took my job was A, the healthcare. B, the healthcare will carry me until I get to Social Security, or I hit age and I get on Medicare. So I don't have to worry about healthcare. So I have a I can basically I can retire because the biggest reason why people don't retire from their jobs because they can't afford the healthcare. And what happens when you get older? Your health starts to fail. You know, more things pop up. You have more bullshit to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
By me taking this job, getting vested after 10 years and having my healthcare carry me until I get to Medicare, that allows me to retire earlier. I don't have to work until I hit that age where I'm eligible for it. You know what I mean? So it gives me a little bit of leeway. And my wife is always like super grateful. She's like, "You're hooking us the fuck up by doing this." So that's a big benefit. You know, the pay is nice. Don't get me wrong. You'll never get rich doing my job, but you'll never go broke either. So there's that.
Yep.
And not for nothing, but I can tell you some pretty fucking wild, funny stories of shit that of why I really truly love my job. You know, imagine being in customer service for 20 years in restaurants and bars and everything else. And then you get a job where your job is, you know, where the customer is always wrong, and your job is to tell them to go fuck themselves. And even
now
when
back in your cell.
And even when the customer is right, they're still wrong.
Yeah.
So it's a nice change of pace. I won't lie, but my whole point of this whole thing, the whole health insurance thing, is we are on the hook for a lot of this bullshit through this state. For a lot of these people. And I literally have sat on details for electrolysis for this man with a 13-inch penis and like quadruple D titties. And it boggles my mind every single time.
Isn't that like a good breakdown and analysis of what this country's become? Where this is happening to a criminal who has a penis and state-funded fake tits and is getting state-funded electrolysis done while incarcerated.
Oh, trust me, I found what they give them the rubber the rubber implant things for the ones that haven't had the augmentation yet. So they give them they'll wear bras. The men will wear bras. And then
so they give them external fake tits to wear before? Yes. Fuck this. What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
You've got to No,
and I swear to God.
No, come on. The surgery obviously is more extreme because we're paying for it and it's altering their body. But we're going to let them actually dress up in fake
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that just broke my brain.
Bro, so I was doing a cell search one day.
No.
In this one particular, well, we call them green shirts because in prison, if you're transgender, you have a green shirt. Everybody else wears, you know, white, gray, or whatever issued colors there are. And the trans wear green shirts. That's how they're identified as. Like, so they wear it so everybody knows that they're a transgender. Because
so hey, if you want to commit a hate crime on a trans person, hey, here you go. Yeah, it's the fucking weirdos.
It's funny because in prison they're basically untouchable because of all the legality that comes with it. Like if you're a con and you fuck with a trans person, that tranny has so many avenues to get back at you through.
But shouldn't their argument be, well, here's where it comes down to, oh, see, yeah, I'm a trans woman. But we are real women. But when I have to play the card, I'm a trans woman, not a woman. In that sense, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, absolutely.
So now it's a hate crime.
The whole thing is a scam. The whole thing, like none of these. I mean, dude, listen. I can't say his name, but we'll just say I call him Rusty the truck driver. He looks like he's a 6'6" Ben Franklin looking fake titted female.
Jesus Christ!
It is horrendous.
That just put an image into mind. I don't think I ever needed to envision.
Yeah, it's dude, it's so confusing and so weird. But no, we have. So I was doing a cell search one day in one of the green shirt cells, and I found his inserts, his cup inserts, and where the cell was positioned, it was right in front of like the day room tables, like it's like a big open room with like any prison block you would ever see in like a movie. You know, there's two tiers, a second floor and a first floor. All the cells are arranged in like a horseshoe formation on the outskirts, and then in the middle is like an open, floor with like tables on it. and chairs, and so like or with that are like fixed, so like you sit there and like guys,
Right.
they'll play chess and cards, whatever. It's the day room. It's where everybody hangs out. The phones are there. So like where I was positioned was like kind of adjacent to some tables. And there's this one particular con who I was particularly fond of because he was super fucking funny. He was 600 pounds, talked like Mike Tyson, looked like Don King. Super fucking funny, unintentionally funny, but funny. Had a lisp. I mean, like it was just usually I couldn't believe I existed in the same time frame as.
Yo, it's like, anyway. Are you the product of Mike Tyson raping Don King? Like,
yeah, pretty much. And
what happened?
And he's just like, and he the shit he would come out with was funny as fuck. And he hated the green shirts because they got all the leverage. So I'm in the green shirt cell and I got the little inserts and I'm like, you know, and I say his name, I call his name, I'm like, check it out. Like, these look good on me, bro. And like I'm like dancing inside off the cameras, so the cameras can't see me. And he's like, yo, you fucking wild. And I'm taking him like, check it out. Look at how much these bounce. I'm like dribbling them off the floor. You know, like I'm like, look, they're springy. I'm like, and I'm playing with them, and he's like, and him and a couple of the cons are sitting there, fucking dying laughing.
Yeah, and you know like, what? They kind of feel real in a way.
And I was like, you know, I'm like, I think I can pull this off. And you know, I put them on, and I'm like, I think I can pull this off. And they're fucking roaring. And I come out of the cell, and then you know, whatever, I finish my search and I put everything back. I didn't fuck with anything or take anything, but it was just funny. And then you know, a little bit later, like I took some contraband out of his cell, and he got really mad at me, and we had an exchange of words, and it was really funny. And everybody was dogging him, you know what I mean, because they knew he had these inserts now, and everybody was making fun of him for it, and it was really, really amusing. But yeah, they give him the inserts too. That's how dedicated we are in Massachusetts to making
that, to me, is
transgender. And these are people that are not good people, by the way. These are not just like, you know, your friend's nephew that just happens to be confused and mentally ill a little bit, and you know, got in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people. Like, no, these are like legitimate pieces of shit. Like, these are your
violent
rapists,
criminals,
your murderers, your violent criminals, your sociopaths, like the type of shit you read about. But yeah.
Yeah, I read about it. I listen to a lot about all that shit, as does your wife.
Yeah, big time.
Big into true crime, especially
crime
with the
junkies.
shows that can mix in some comedy with it, because it makes.
Dude.
I do like the more serious tone ones as well. I appreciate those, but if they can make it funny, like Small Town Murder does,
dude,
it's fucking great.
I cannot wait to start whatever podcast or show or whatever I decide to do with the knowledge and the things that I've accumulated over my career so far.
You
know, like, and everybody always asks me, they're like, dude, like, really, like, people ask me what I do, and I tell them, they're like, oh man, that's a tough job. I don't know how you do that. I'm like, not really, I'm like, it's fucking awesome. I'm like, what? And I'm an anomaly. Nobody thinks my job is awesome. Even the people I work with are like, this fucking sucks. And I'm like, yeah,
well, you're a huge friggin' guy, so that helps.
Well, I mean, listen, that has its perks, but the most people that don't like the people that don't like my job that work with me, I feel like have never actually had a job in the private sector. Like they got into this when they were like 21, 22, or they were right out of the military and they just did this and they're like, this sucks. And I'm like, yeah, it's not great.
You want to go wait tables?
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, it's way worse. It gets way worse. Trust me, it gets way worse.
Yeah, we'll throw you into the fire like dinner rush on a Friday night at a popular restaurant. Go.
Or
here's your tables.
Just go work in corporate America for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, we're like with the 24-year-old girl in HR has more power than the CEO. You know what I mean? Like she has more control over you than anybody. And that shit sucks. Like luckily for me, my last job, I was super tight with the HR director. And she loved me. I would actually leave the stupid fucking meetings that we would be forced to go to when I worked at Boston Solar for my last gig, because I can say their names, because my fucking manager, Jim, was a fucking douche. Nice guy. I shouldn't say he was a douche. Nice guy. Just not a great to do the job.
Yeah,
what he was doing.
Not a great boss, but you didn't mind him as a person.
And I would duck out of his fucking meetings, like, you know, I'm sure you've worked in corporate America, right? Like, you know, like we would have a meeting, right? We had a weekly meeting, and the meeting would be 3 hours long. And the first hour and a half, we would go over what we're going to talk about in the meeting. I'm like, why don't we just start? Here's the agenda. We're going to go. This is what we're going to go through. Okay, the agenda should take all of 5 minutes to set. Why are we like? I'm like, oh my god. So I would get up and I would go to the HR director's office. I go to the bathroom. I gotta take a shit, and I would leave the meeting and I just go sit in Tasha's office and just shoot the shit with her. And she'd be like, "Oh my god, is Jim fucking droning on again?" I'm like, "Oh my, you have no idea. We just sit there and talk shit about it the whole time." And I did that for like the last 6-7 months I was there until I got fired. Well, I got fired because I checked out. I don't want to say it was constructed resignation, but let's just say the writing was on the wall and I knew I was already leaving, so it didn't matter.
So you're like, fucking, I'm just not gonna show
I just
up.
mailed it in. I was like, whatever, dude. Fuck this. How long can I keep my company car? Cool. And then just beat the piss out of that stupid Ford Focus. But anyway, but no, I think a lot of people that do my job that don't like it have never had to work for a gym, at a company like that where like you're replaceable, but you also are expected to show up every single day, even when you're not on the clock. Like that phone rings, you're expected to answer it. Like, oh, it's your day off and the boss calls you, you better fucking answer it.
Oh, that sucks.
Now,
I've been on call, but I haven't had jobs where I had to go where it was, you know what I mean? Like,
well,
where it wasn't expected.
It was a sales gig, so
where it wasn't
like,
part of it. Yeah, I've never done that shit.
Sales is tough because if you're not totally immersed in sales and you're not all about it, you're not gonna do great. Like, you'll do good. I wasn't totally immersed in it, and I did really good. I killed it when I was there, when I wanted to. It wasn't a thing. But for me, I found the more you immersed yourself in it, the more you knew, and the more you like kind of were like all about your job, the better you did.
Because it's playing a role. You have to know everything about it, and you got to sell it, and you got to do it in being in a pleasant way.
And I mean, what I was selling for nothing, I felt like sold itself. Because I believed in the product. And so like when I was selling solar, for example, that was when I did my best. When I went off and tried to do like windows and siding and roofing, even though there was more money because the volume was higher, I didn't do as well because somebody would look at me and be like, I'd price up a house for windows, like something my size. And you're talking like 1, 2, maybe like call it 15, 20 call it 20 windows in the house, right? Because you really don't realize how many windows your house has until you fucking go and measure them all. Let's call it 15 windows at $1,500 a pop. Like now, okay, you're talking 20 grand, 25 grand. If God forbid they have a bay or a bow window, there's another 15 grand. You know what I mean? Like, so you be writing up quotes for like $55,000 to replace all the windows in these people's houses. And you're like, and they're like, I don't know. I don't think I need new windows that bad. And I'm like, shit, dog. For 50 fucking grand? Yeah, you definitely don't need those windows. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't pay that.
No, that's crazy.
So like, why the fuck? How am I going to sell you on paying that? You know what I mean? But that was my job, was to sell them on it. So when it was solar, I felt like the product sold itself because I believed in it. It worked, and it was a good system at the time. And then I get out of it when I get out of it because I saw the writing on the wall and it wasn't going to be what it is now. And it wasn't as beneficial to people as it was 5-10 years ago. And I mean, right now, like, I don't know. I honestly, if you get solar now, I think you're just kind of like wasting your time, but whatever. Do you? But when I got it, it was profitable. It was worth it. It worked. So the job was cool. You know what I mean? It was fine. And it was nice because you were on, you're on the road all day. You don't have somebody breathing down your neck, no one walking by your cubicle looking at your computer screen, nothing like that. But at the end of the day, like if it was Wednesday, my day off was usually Wednesdays. For whatever reason, I picked Wednesday as my day off in the middle of the week to break it up. And if I was at the sail off with my mom and dad and my brothers and we're drinking and the office calls or a customer calls, I have to answer that. Like, that's my paycheck calling. So even though, it was your day off, the customer doesn't know that, and they certainly don't fucking care. It's like, do you want to make this sale or do you not? So you were constantly on it, and I feel like that was what got me out of that realm.
You're like, shit, I got to get my nut.
Yeah, right. No, I'm just trying to get my nut, I got out of that line of work because I wanted to go to a job where all I did was punch a clock. And then when I punched out, I didn't have to fucking think about it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. And the only time I ever think about my job when I'm not there is when I'm telling somebody a hilariously funny story. Like when, I mean, I've seen 5 dead bodies in my career so far. I'm averaging almost one a year. And each one is funnier than the last. And those are fantastic stories. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's comedy gold to me. And it makes me laugh. And I think it's hilarious. And people don't understand it. They're like, what the fuck? They're like, what do you mean you saw a guy hanging? It was funny. I was like, oh, yeah, dude, you just seen the blood coming out of his eyes. It was fucking hilarious. And they're like, what? Like, I'm like, well, I mean, he raped and murdered a child. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not supposed to, what do you think I care? Like, and they're like, well, I'm like, well, I mean, listen, we did not have deliberate indifference. We did what we could.
Would you rather this guy still be alive and like out in the streets?
Like, and not for nothing, but that guy was about to see the parole board and probably get paroled after about 46 years in prison. So, I think that's why he did it. To be honest, I think he was terrified of getting on the outside because he didn't know anything else. But anyway, long story.
Yeah,
long story
and
long.
people would still be like, "Fuck." Oh wait, he's getting out.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like, oh, this fucking asshole. And it's like, what do you think he's going to do when he gets out on the streets? What do you think he's going to go get a job at Burger King and start flipping burgers? Like, no, he's probably going to go rape and murder somebody else or do something so he can get back into prison ASAP because he has no means of, he has no way of surviving in modern society. But
instead,
that's a whole other.
He took the Brooks route, but did it before he got released.
Yeah, exactly. That's a whole other can of spinach we can get into another day. But I can't wait, Trav. I swear to God, dude, I've got so much material just waiting, like just chambered, waiting to fire. And
that'll be a good day when you're able to divulge. More
I
of these
think I'm
stories.
going to have to do an animated series because the only way to truly capture the essence of this 600-pound con that I was telling you about is through animation. Because he was so fucking fat and he had a little cane that he walked with and his big Don King fro but he had tiny feet. He had like size 9 feet. So and then he wore black shoes on top of it, so
9
he looked even
feet.
smaller.
Jesus.
Like, dude, it was hilarious. It was so.
I already have like an image,
funny.
Coming up in my mind based on what you just said.
He looked like a potato walking on toothpicks. Like or like really fat like legs that just went down to like a little tiny point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
like,
his knees didn't bend that well either. So
no. I mean, the day he fell over in the snow was fucking hilarious. Because he was like a fuck turtle and he was just on the ground, couldn't get himself up. When they finally got him up, his body heat had melted a perfect silhouette in the concrete.
It looked like Grimace fell over there.
Pretty much, dude. It was awesome. Like, it was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my entire life. And again, I laugh hysterically, but my job is great. I think it's fucking awesome. I love it. I do not dread it at all. Like, I have to go back and man, I gotta go to work Wednesday, and I'm like, nah, I get to go to work Wednesday. Can't wait to see what happens. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's like a show for you, basically.
Yeah, it really is, and I'm just going there looking for more material, and I get to talk a lot of shit there too. As my neighbors who live behind me found out yesterday, my shit talking is rabid. It is on some next level shit.
It can't be contained. It's
you can You can't stop it. You can only hope to contain it. Even then,
primo next level shit.
It's like the levees in New Orleans, bro. They're gonna burst. It's inevitable. Which, by the way, did you watch the Netflix documentary on Katrina?
Not yet. I believe it's on my
waste your time.
list.
I will sum it up for you. Hurricanes are racist. Climate change and white supremacy caused Katrina. That's all you need to know.
All right, I'll take it off my list.
Yep,
it wasn't high on my list, but I put it on there because I saw it like as a coming soon.
Yeah,
I'll probably watch
it.
I
had to shut it off halfway through the second episode. When they were like, "Hey, well, if you ain't black, if you're black in America, then you know what we're talking about." And I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Reaction, like, and
like,
what does that have to?
I'm like, "Oh, here we go again." Yeah, hurricanes are racist. Like, no.
There was that time that Kanye West It was with Mike Myers on live television saying,
I mean, not to say
President Bush
I'm not-
doesn't care about black people. And
I'm
Mike
not
Myers'
saying
face.
I'm not saying Kanye West was wrong. I'm pretty sure George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, that I can. I'm like, even when he said it, I was like, he's got us there. He's got us there. You know, he ain't wrong. You know,
And, Myers' reaction to it was the best. That was the icing on the cake because he was just eating.
It was so funny.
He's like, get me off of can't like. Could somebody cut like just?
He was like, why did I agree to this?
Oh no!
But if another Kanye wasn't wrong,
no, he wasn't.
And which is what lends some credence, even though he's produced some pretty, I'd say some highly questionable music in the last 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it was. But again, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because he's been right a lot in the past. So I will give him that. I will give him that.
I mean, you can't argue with somebody when they're correct, and it's just like, well, you got me on that one because, God damn it, if it ain't true, I don't know what is.
God damn it.
Well, was there anything else you wanted to touch on, Joey? Any other bigger issues?
No, I think we got the most of it. I'm pretty excited for Bill Belichick's college debut tonight.
Yeah, that's true. And dude, he already started winning when he got there. He immediately bagged like a 23-year-old chick.
Yeah, and a pretty hot one too. I mean,
she's
not bad. I'm certainly not kicking her out of bed.
Exactly. Well, the last guy she dated was like another like super old rich guy.
Man, listen, man.
She's got a type.
Like we were saying earlier, bro. If there's a niche, it's on Reddit. Like you can find a niche anywhere. My niche happens to be, petite blondes with tan lines. I don't know. Apparently, this week. Who knows what my niche will be next week? Like I found myself going down the rabbit hole the other day. Next thing you know, I'm looking at like, what the fuck was the name of the fucking? It was tiny chicks and huge dicks. Which was hilarious, by the way, because some of these
not on the same body, like
not on the same, no, like men with huge dicks banging,
tiny women,
and you're like, whoa, how does that fit in there? And you're like, I don't know.
My standard is just good old fashioned goth chick. Give me a goth chick.
Oh, give me big titty goth chicks, bro,
or small titty fat ass, or both. Like,
here's my thing. I think I've come to realize that I just appreciate all shapes and sizes.
I do to a degree.
Big petite goth chicks or tiny petite blonde chicks, with MAGA hats on. I don't know. Either way, and everything in between. I'm cool with it.
Give me a petite goth chick with a MAGA hat and a fat ass. And decent tits.
I mean.
Or small tits. Fucking.
Yeah. Or huge tits and a flat ass. I don't care. Whatever, dude. Send it.
At least something is being made up for here. Like
yes. Listen, to get the whole package, we call those unicorns. They exist, but they're hard to catch. But when usually you gotta, compromise one or the other. You know what I mean? So I'm a man of compromising. I can be
same. Be like, okay, well, you know what? I will acquiesce because it's taken care of in another department.
Exactly.
And
so
you know what?
It's all good.
You're willing to do things to my genitals, and you seem to enjoy it. So,
I mean,
giddy up.
Yeah, there is a standard there. It's like, well, if you're willing to give me attention, I really can't be upset about it. So,
and Greg has a point. Tits grow once you put a baby in there.
That is fair. That is fair. Some of my friends who got huge mommy milkers. Awesome.
Literally got them from being mommy.
Awesome. Yep, it's just like you're like nice, dude. Which
Hell
speaking of mommy milkers, do you know what? I'll leave it at this.
You give the dad a high five. You're like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I know we want to get
nice
out of
work.
Here. I watched Grandma's Boy the other night.
Yeah.
I don't think I have laughed as hard at that movie in years as I did this past time. When the scene when they have the house party.
Yeah, it's Jonah Hill sucking on the
Jonah Hill sucking on the
titty.
Dude, when he walks, when the scene when the stripper chick is like sitting and she's dancing and like like doing her thing and everybody's walking by her, and Jonah Hill walks into the room and just sees her and just stops. And he's like, and he just goes, huh. And just go, and just walk.
It's like a non-thing.
I don't know if he was just because he's like so fat and like Jonah Hilly and that, but when he walked in, he looks, he just goes, huh, like, and sees the titties. I'm like, for whatever reason, that was so relatable to me. I was like, God, that was like the first time I walked into a strip club. I made that. I think I'm pretty sure I made that exact same reaction.
Yeah, and it's like a non. It's not like a line. It's a reaction. But it shouldn't be that funny. But I guess if you analyze it, if you see it again, you're like, actually, no, that's like the perfect reaction that he gave.
Dude, it really was. It was because it was so. It was so real. You know what I mean? It was such a realistic reaction. And my buddy,
I believe that this loser character just saw a tit for the first time, like in real life, like in front of him physically.
My buddy, we must have rewound that part like 15 times for whatever reason. Like, I've seen that movie that's probably in my top 5 most watched movies ever. And for whatever reason, that part, particularly that night, like just made me laugh way fucking harder than it ever has ever. And I've seen it 1,000 times. I mean, I can almost quote the movie verbatim, like as it's going. People getting annoyed with me when we were watching it the other night, and I kept quoting it before the shit happened. But I kept saying the line right before it. People were like, okay, we get it. You've seen the movie. Fuck off. Like, and I'm like, yeah, but do you know how many times I've seen this movie, bro? Like, so. Anyway,
and then they guessed, and if they said, well, like 15, your reaction just be,
cute. 15 times a day at one point, When I was delivering pizzas for Papa Gino's, dude, that movie stayed in my DVD player for, I don't know, probably a month. I would just watch it constantly over and over and over again. It was fucking hilarious. Fucking great movie. But anyway.
I haven't watched it in ages, but yeah, great movie.
Oh my God. Such a good rewatch, dude. Alex, you forgot smoking lamp.
Yeah.
Was that expensive piece?
Expensive piece? Yeah. And it's Kevin Nash and somebody else that are throwing him out.
It's fucking Diesel, bro.
Yeah. Big Daddy Cool. Fucking.
Yeah, that'll massage your cock for money. Pretty sure they're called hookers.
Yeah, he's got a great line in it too. Like,
it's such a.
I will say he can be good in roles when he wants to be. Like,
it's such a classic, dude. Such a fucking classic.
I'll probably have to revisit it soon. It's been long enough.
Yeah, but I hope the night gets better for Bill. The UConn's down 20-7 at the half. Not a great opening half for the greatest coach of all time. So we'll see how that turns out. But we'll talk about it more on Row 1, Seat 1 tomorrow night, which we'll be back live, by the way, tomorrow night for sure.
Yeah, everybody check that show out. Also on YouTube, but available next day on Spotify and probably
available
iTunes.
That night on Spotify.
That night.
Oh, I
do get the updates about it. Yeah.
Yep, I cut and upload that almost immediately once. It's actually one of the first things I do post-production for post-production.
Word.
Make sure that gets up to Spotify because we have a large audience that listens to it the day after or Wednesday mornings. So I like to make sure that shit is up and ready for the morning commute. So when you are driving into work, you can listen to my glorious voice talk about sports with Sean and Plizzy. So. Tomorrow's a big show, though. Tomorrow's our NFL pre-show, so we're making all of our picks for the season.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm actually for the first time in a few years psyched for how the Pats look this year.
Listen,
don't want to jinx them, but they made all the right moves in the offseason, I think.
I'll give you a little teaser into tomorrow night's pick show. I have the Patriots making the playoffs.
I could see it happening. I think
it's.
Are they ready to beat the Bills both times?
No. They're not going to beat the Bills, but they're going to be able to.
But I think they got
wins. They're going to be able to scrap together enough wins based on that defense alone to get themselves 10 wins
potentially
in as a wild card.
We'll see, but it's wide open. Hopefully, we see Patrick Mahomes be decapitated.
Well, get ready because you're going to hear a whole lot about the Quaffs this year because Travis and Taylor are engaged.
Yeah, and I don't give a. Why should anybody care?
Nobody should. But I'll tell you what. when they break off the engagement ultimately before they get married, that's probably going to be a double disc for Taylor. Like that's going to be some Melancholy in the Infantry Sadness or whatever type double disc length.
Oh God, it'll be her magnum opus. It'll be
Yeah, it'll just be and the Swifties will gobble it up because you want to talk about being in a cult. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen the footage of them at the shows, and then even just at the movie theater where they're seeing just the concert movie
not
footage.
her for reals.
Yeah, and they're up in the front of they're in the aisles and in front of the screen in like weird circles holding hands chanting the song. Like it's fucking weird, man. It looked like Midsummer, that movie. Like what the fuck's going on?
Like what the fuck is that? Like also you're just waiting for like somebody to come out with like a fucking severed goat head and you're like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, or they just set somebody else on fire and you see some old person
like,
jump off the roof.
There it is. Okay. That would all make sense. Got it. All right. Thought I was doing something else, but cool.
Yep.
All right. Rage on. Fly with the
Oh shit, I ate that food and it had that girl's pubes in it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. But yes, check out Row 1 Seat 1, folks, tomorrow night. And until next week,
yes,
it's been real.
It is. It's been real. It's been. Oh, we'll talk about Puerto Rico next week. Yeah.
You mean that floating island of garbage in the ocean?
Yeah, exactly. Puerto Ricans, they want to be they want to separate from America because they're tired of colonialism, and I'm like, oh no, please don't. Anyway. And don't forget, new South Park on Wednesday and new Beavis and Butthead to follow.
That's right. I've been catching up on the new Beavis and Butthead as well. Well, the stuff that I missed before.
So good.
And it's great.
It is unbelievably good. Mike Judge is a legend, dude.
New King of the Hill is hitting it too.
Yeah, that's what my brother's been telling me. He's been watching the new King of the Hill. He says it's fucking amazing.
It hasn't missed. It's like he never took a break. It's just.
I'll tell you what, dude. We don't give Mike Judge the credit that he deserves for being comedic.
I put him up there with Matt and Trey at this point in terms of like just consistently being good. He might not have had a show on this entire time,
but he's on that level.
But as far as like comedy and writing for an animated show, yes, he's right up there.
And he did give us Idiocracy too. So.
Oh, his other movies are great too. Extract is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's done a lot. He's done a few now, I think. Right?
He's done quite a few. Office Space, of course.
Oh, obvious classic.
Yeah.
What is it that you do here?
Mm-hmm. I mean, holy shit, the memes just out of that movie alone.
Oh my god, dude! And then both the Beavis and Butthead movies. 10 out of 10s.
Absolutely. So yes, hail to Mike Judge.
Yes. So I will see you. We'll talk next Monday night, brother.
Indeed. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And whoever's in the chat that's been going off.
Greg.
Appreciate you.
Yee.
Yee.